What just happened? What?
You are on my set. You are on my set. And that makes me upset. Yes, just lay in bed, please. That sounded really bad. That was a really bad take. For my FMP, I'm going to be making a short film called Huentity. I'm going to explain the name after I'm going to talk about the plot. The plot of my film is that a group of 4 boys are stuck in a school after an after-school detention. During their time in the school, they have conflicts about what is the best way to go about this situation that they are now in. Along the way, they encounter new threats that they have to deal with. I'd say the main inspiration for this film is Lord of the Flies. I actually have it. Ooh. Really good book. I'm gonna get a little bit more into it later when we get to the commentary and psychology stuff. But it very much did inspire. I didn't write that down. But it very much did inspire the way that the story works. Same with Alien and The Thing. They both have elements that are really similar to each other involving the plot. So yeah, they were a massive inspiration, I'd say. When it comes to the plot, I don't actually know, because there are surface level messages for children that you can grapple onto. But then there's also real world analogies and commentary, which isn't your average 5-year-old will not be glued to that. So it's 12 plus. I'm going to talk about that now actually. There is a lot to talk about with the social commentary. I feel like I'll be here for at least another day. When it comes to the social commentary, there's a lot to dissect on a philosophical, psychological, and political manner. Each character represents a core ideal way of life, which can cause conflict, and it does. We're going to talk about the characters now. Let's talk about them. Tyler is my second favourite character. He kind of represents hope and optimism and fellowship and pacifism. His empathetic lifestyle is the way that kind of gets him out of the situation. Dan is the worst character, and I wrote him. Dan represents rationale. He represents you have to use your own strength to survive. In that way, you kind of have to sacrifice to others around you. In the story, they're in a really dire situation, and he represents the hardness of that. He represents how difficult the situation can be. He doesn't really care about the life of the others around him. The whole time he's very cunning, which is not correct. You see, I feel like it's going to be controversial if I say that he represents the government. But he does. He represents the government. That's what it is. And his way of life clashes with that of Tyler's. And Tyler's way of life, his empathetic lifestyle, clashes with Dan's. And then there's Jake. Jake's my favourite. Jake pretty much represents us as a society. We're allowed to choose each side of this conflict. And he is that. He has to choose, do I do what Dan wants to do? Do I do what Tyler wants to do? I don't know. Which one should I choose? You can either side with the government and kind of sacrifice anyone that you need to sacrifice, or you can be more like Tyler and do the thing that your brain and your heart tells you to do. You can be empathetic, you can be kind, you can be sweet and compassionate. You can be compassionate in this empty time. That's what he represents. Jake's my favourite character. I love him. He's a soft boy. We have Ethan. I will admit, I didn't really write Ethan the same way I wrote the other characters. I kind of wrote Ethan around the other 3, but it's for a good reason. Ethan is meant to be a character that demonstrates these characters' strengths. I don't want to spoil anything. There's 2 twists. I don't want to spoil things too much, but Ethan is important. And then there's the Stranger. The Stranger is a really interesting character to me. I was talking about psychology before. In systemic theory, there's a term called homeostasis. He is the character that is that. Kind of like Ethan. He represents and he demonstrates the other character's strength. He is a character who's... Spoil it! Oh! He's pretty much the creature that they're up against. I don't want to spoil it! God damn it! Basically run down Tyler, empathetic, kind, fellowship. Dan, rationale, reasoning, keeps secrets from the rest of them, very cunning. He's a very hard person to work with. Jake, audience stand-in character. We get to side with him. Both sides of the conflict to choose which one we want to pick. Jake is that. Jake is the grey in that statement. Okay. I forgot about Ethan. Ethan... The stranger is the creature that is pretty much gonna kill them. You'll just have to see it. Wait until it comes out and you can watch it. So I'm not gonna say anything involving these two. I'm not gonna say anything. So why is it called this? Why is it called Huentity? Why would I call it that? It's meant to be a merger of human and entity. Basically, the main message of the film revolves around the sanctity of life and how nowadays that statement is so blurry. The line between human and monster is so blurry nowadays that it's hard to differentiate them. Like, yeah, some of us are this and some of us are that, but at the core, we are all human. We are all the same, and that's what I really wanted to tell. And these characters, who I won't spoil, kind of revolve around that. I actually have the script. Whew. So yeah, I really am looking forward to making it. If you have any questions or anything like that, I'm pretty sure I'm right there. If you want to ask me anything. So yeah, thank you for listening. Stuck in a room. What? In a room? In a room? That was good. That's a good bar. That was an unbelievable bar. Oh my god. I'm spitting. Got me breathing with drag. Oh god. Chewie, what do I do? You're looking in the window.